Next situation.
Welcome back to Bailey D&D. If you were looking for a Sword of Dungeons & Dragons podcast, this could be it, because it's yours. We're going to have another episode of the Accidental Adventures. Right off the bat, the last episode ends abruptly because we got very sidetracked to the point that we weren't even talking about the session anymore. We do that. And then at one point, Landon had to go to bed, and we were like, oh, okay, well, it's late. We should take a break now. So we just, you didn't lose anything. There's no lost audio. We did not spend the following hour and a half on the session.
That's why it's barely D&D, guys.
That's why it's barely D&D. We're just staying on brand.
I was just
barely
one half
D&D.
of the bagel, and we're the other half of the bagel.
Oh my god, now I want...
The Great Value D&D podcast. So, we're just coming back to the next episode. No other explanation. Before we get into it, our Redditor question, Jackie and Abby and I'm not trying to exclude you, Mike, I will loop you in, recently went to the Critical Role theater streamed live show of Ford and Jester's wedding, and we loved it. So good. And the best thing was that we went on a Wednesday, and they were showing it in multiple theaters, so we were the only 3 people in the theater, and we were getting up and down and shouting. And
yeah, it was fun.
Here's what I would love to say. Fun. As people in a podcast who put on their own live show that people went and watched, if you were to one day have a revisit the campaign one shot, and your character was the focal point of that plot, what would the plot of the episode be? So if there was a back to the fun guys one shot after the campaign, and it was this one's centered around Craig, this one's centered around Gretta, what would also Landon's not here, he's in bed, we said that, what would the plot of that one shot be, and who's the DM NPC?
Can it be Nifty?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely it can.
Yes.
Abby just gave me the rock on hands. Okay.
It's my name.
Let's start with let's go with something unbiased that fits anyone. Whoever's the shortest.
It's not me.
Well, it's me.
Are you the shortest, Jackie?
I'm 5'1".
Wait, that's just the green hair.
Huh?
I'm 5'1", you guys. Yes.
In
Abby's
Abby's
might
defense,
be shorter than I think.
In Abby's defense, when
I
our good
do not
friend
think I'm
we have
taller
known
than you.
for years, who we spent a lot of time with, told me she was also 5'1", I was like, no, you're not. I've known you for years. We spent a lot of time together. You're not that short. And she was like, yes, I am. And then the next time we hung out, I was like, holy crap, you are. And it just hadn't landed. I don't know. The volume of voice translated.
Well, I notice when people are shorter than me because not many people are, and I feel like I would have known that.
It's just because Jackie's so tall in here.
Yeah, I give off the
arteries
presence of being tall. I don't know.
That's
really.
good.
I also wear tall shoes.
What'd you say, Micah?
I'm always known for being tall. I feel like I'm always the tallest girl.
You're not even that tall.
Right? Every woman is just short. Hear me out. Out.
It's just high school. You were tall in high school. I was short in high school. So now we're just the tall girl and the short girl. Even though we are average.
So what's Ro doing on her one-shot thing?
I think I kind of said this to you guys at the theater. I think it would make sense because Ro is the one.
Oh my goodness, you did.
Ro is the one that is the only one really in our story that does pursue romantic
Big
thing.
Sexy Tiger Man? Oh, sorry. I said the wrong thing. That wasn't what you were going to say.
Which I'm not saying that's a bad thing at all. I'm just saying Ro, we've established that Ro is hey, so I think it would be cool one day down the road to do a real fancy wedding. I could see that being a thing with Ro, maybe in a castle, maybe with a king, maybe not with a king. Who knows? And then she goes off on a world bard tour. And that's the happily ever after. I don't know. But that would be what I would choose. I think that would be fun.
Tour,
the what?
It's the ARC tour.
The ARC. I love that.
Marry a Quidditch player.
What?
I have heard, she's making comparisons to Taylor Swift. I have heard that many people consider the musty underground hole to be the castle of things. So what's
I'm not getting
Craig's?
married in a dirt hole.
So,
Craig's return.
potato? No, I'm just playing.
Uh-huh.
Because potatoes are in the ground, they're kind of musty and dirty. Anyways,
I get
so
it.
I'm
the first
hearing you.
thing
I'm
that
getting a
came
snap.
to mind, the first thing that came to mind was like Craig doing taxes.
Why? I
But,
love
like
it.
Craig doing taxes and then getting in trouble with the like IRS or something. But then I also remembered Craig probably has never gone on vacation before. And I think it would be really funny,
Oh,
like a cruise
Oh my
version.
that would be
gosh.
so fun.
That's so cool.
And then like
It
fight
could be
like
like a
a
haunted
monster.
cruise. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He's like, no, really, these are like really just a great deal of tickets. And Catherine's like, no, I don't think that they're normally that cheap. And he's like, no, trust me, I bought it from a guy in an alley. And he's like, it was such a nice guy. I don't know. I just think it would be really fun. Or a cool one shot. I have so many ideas. A cool one shot would be getting stuck in a cave. Like a cave collapses, like
Ooh.
one of the way out, and like how does he like manage? And then he finds like a lost city.
That would be a really, really cool, like, scary one shot. Like, just something that's, like, legitimately, like, naturally scary. Like, he's doing his job and
Yeah.
then an earthquake happens and then he's like, "Oop, it's dark and
Or
there's
parenting.
snakes."
Daniel and I were talking
Parenting.
about recently about how we've started this tradition now, where every year he does a really fun, festive Christmas
Very
one shot,
similar.
and then every year I do a Halloween one shot that makes everyone want to crawl in a hole and cry. And it's just a weird little tradition we're developing.
I love it.
I don't know. Anywho, what's Greta's? What's Greta's return
Oh,
one
I
shot?
forgot about me.
Is it like a nursing home thing, or what do you think?
It's where she rises up and she slaps the fourth wall puppet master in the face. No. What would she do? Oh my goodness. Okay, hear me out. This is really druidy, but she gets a letter or something from. I just really want to go to the halal. I really do, and I know we've been there, but like I want to go back. Like I she gets like a call from like her like great grand niece or great great grand niece or nephew, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, Aunt Greta, like you have to like we've heard about you. News has made it all the way down here. That's crazy, yada yada. Like you have to help us like the fruit like a classic like the grass is rotting. We don't know why. The earth like something's happening to the earth. You have to come like figure it out." And she would go back and like it would be like just a classic like why is this happening? Why is it raining acid? Why is it way colder than it should be? Why are all the plants dying? Why are the animals like eating each other that don't normally eat each other? Like what's happening in this and then she'd like get to go back to the halal and like have a little reunite and then like save the natural world, which I feel like she would really like.
Bro.
That was legitimately a really cool idea. I had two thoughts while you were talking. One, three. The first being, that sounds really cool. That's legitimately a good one shot. Maybe we should do that. But two, that's true. Greta has a huge family and they know who she is, and she's been gone for decades. So that means a thought I've never thought about in Yalabrin. There's a whole mess, a whole slew of random young gnome people living their lives in the Halal. And crazy Aunt Greta disappeared like 40 years ago. And she was weird, and she's gone. And then 40 years later, they're like going into town in Dwarm. Everyone's like, have you heard of Greta Smallstar? And they're like, oh no, she's famous? That can't be good. And then someone's like, yeah, she killed Dolgoth. And then everyone's like, no, that can't be right. But then they hear it in every tavern, and they're like, what's happening?
That makes me happy because anyway, that just makes me the idea of that makes me happy. Gretta would have loved to have a Gretta to look up to, and I think she would have been a lot more at peace with who she is if she had a Gretta to look up to.
I
Just-
love that there's a bunch of little Grettas running around. Yeah, like doing that.
We're in class today, and one of my students was doing something. This girl who's really smart and really quirky
There's
and
a
weird,
mosquito in
and like
mine.
someone said something, and she went like at them, and I was like, oh my goodness, God made two of them. And I was like, there's a printer out there in the world somewhere. I was like, that's my friend, 13. What's happening there? Anywho, who did we say the DM NPC was?
Nifty.
Nifty. Oh, okay. So here's the thing. I have a very real answer for this, and I can't tell you because it relates to things that could happen. So I have to just skip the first thing that comes to mind. Well, you probably will. You probably will, but we'll come back to that. So I think the thing I would say instead, I would love a one shot where Nifty rings you guys back up, and he's like, "Hey, nerds, get in the car. We're going to another realm." And then you guys like go to the Beastlands to find a particular. I mean, yeah, like Mean Girls trip with Nifty, except you guys are going to the Wildlands to find a magical bean he's found, or he's looking for, and it's literally like looking for magic beans. And it would just give you so much opportunity for disconnected, inappropriate hilarity, like, oh, this specific adventure over here, this improbable event over there, and all of it could be done. That's my thought. But the other thing, I cannot say, because I'm mysterious and gassy. All right, are we otherwise ready? Freaking note-taking nerd?
Yes.
Okay. This is episode 159 of the Accidental Adventures. Jackie, hopefully you can hear me and are writing down the session title. It's episode 159, Harbor in the Storm.
Oh no.
In the storm.
Not more storms.
In the storm.
Not more
This is
bad weather.
59.
Well, the first word was harbor, but you know. This is a level 14 adventure, 3488. It's CB Call the second still, except it's we're going to do a little time jump for the parts where we got sidetracked, and it's basically going to be evening now, and it is still Natem, the day of the week, which is basically Tuesday. All right. So, Funungis, you guys are, where is a good skibbity wop? Data. Let's go with Sparks. Yeah, works fine for me. You guys are, oh, I've received a secret message. Okay.
It's not relevant. I just wanted to do it before I forgot. Sorry.
I see now. You're good. Well, sometimes a player will send me a message during this session, and I was like, oh, Greta's about to initiate combat with Ro, but I was wrong. Fun, guys. It has been the end of the day. You've had the debate about the sword. You've, that was most of it, but you've gone about your own business for much of the day. And now in the evening, I mean, quite frankly, it makes a whole lot of sense that you're just resting. It was the day before yesterday that you killed the Count. It was the day before the day before the day before the day before yesterday that Bilfrey and Ploff died. It was the day before that that you were raiding the castle. A lot. It's been a week. One of the worst week of your lives.
Yep.
If not the worst for some of you. I mean, Greta's got an impressive bar there, but you get what we're saying. Greta's had some dark times in a scary forest, but and I guess there was the day that Craig had to leave his family. Moving on.
I think we need to go through those things.
Let's stop and talk about our traumas. So, no.
We're forgetting the orphan!
Wait.
No.
You did this. You gave me the opportunity. You can't set me up like that. You know I'm going to. Anywho, so you guys have taken some much needed rest. Just time to be here and be tired. Time to recover from almost being killed by a shock of cold magic. Just time. And as you guys are resting in the evening, Tello returned from his huff. He was very displeased that he was woken up by deadly cold.
Sorry.
But after some time, there's some heavy rustling, and where you guys are all relaxing down below in the chamber, there's just a really big and a very dead deer is just thrown down onto the floor.
Okay.
The left side of it, from around the flank and the shoulder, is just doused in blood. And it's a fully intact deer, but the throat is not there. It's just not present. And walking down after is your friend Tirad, the big were-tiger guy. He looks like Tirad, same as always, were-tiger, very friendly. Just all around here, just caked in blood around his mouth and down his neck, and the whole front of his tunic is just caked in blood. And he comes down the sort of descent. I mean, it's not a stairwell, just the decline. And he comes in and he goes, "Oh man, guys, that thing was really big and heavy, and it's got a lot of hair. People don't tell you about that, about deer, you know? They'll be like, oh, look at deer. But people never tell you that thing's really heavy. You guys good?"
I don't know why I literally forgot his voice until just now that it was that.
Because where else would you hear it?
So, what do you do now with that?
With the deer? Oh, I mean, I brought it so that we could all eat it. Now, you guys are not were-tigers, so I know that you're not going to dig in with your teeth. You know, you're not necessarily like, nah, people, but, you know, I was going to get out a big knife and rip all of its skin off and then cut away its flesh so that we could cook it in, you know, a bowl.
Really,
And we could
I'm
get
glad
some
you got
heat under it.
glad you got to the cooking part. I was hoping
Yeah.
that would. Yeah.
Then I'm going to dump its entrails and then, you know, repurpose its bones. You know, just
What do you-
ranger things.
Greta gets excited. What do you repurpose the bones?
I use them for utensils, or sometimes they can be carved into simple tools.
You
Sometimes
ever tried
traps.
making a flute?
No, I have not.
Yeah.
I'm not very musical.
Well, get this. You make a flute. You learn how to play it really well. It sounds like a bird. You call birds to you.
That's pretty good. Using the dead bones of another creature to ensnare another creature you're going to kill. Sometimes I make traps out of the bones of the dead deer because I think there's a certain poetic irony in one deer being killed by parts of the body of another deer. It feels like
Have you ever-
poetry.
Have you ever considered doing what Greta said, but not for the purpose of murder? And in fact, you might just learn an instrument and then have some things to talk about with other people who know instruments.
I have not thought about that. You guys want the deer?
Yeah.
And then he just gets down and just starts ripping skin away. He's really
We
good.
have,
Skins the
we
thing
have a
fast.
vegan amongst us.
Well, I was about to say, for Jackie's sake, I'm not going to get into any more detail from here. But the deer is skinned.
Also, yeah.
and
gross.
a very
Micah also,
Yeah.
yeah,
Gruesome.
gross.
a very
Yeah.
gruesome 2 or 3 hours passes. But
I'd probably
eventually
go
there
for
is
a
a meal
walk.
ready for you. Yeah, everybody goes out into the wood.
We're like,
It's a
"Get
beautiful
back."
evening. Gorgeous. When you come back, it's less the internal viscera of a slaughtered creature and more meal. And what's more American than going, ooh, gross, not that process, but I'll take the food. So you guys come back, and there's cooked food ready for you with some good berry. See, I'm still on your side with it, Jackie. There are good berries as well to be had with it. You show him the good berry jam, and he's terribly entertained by it. He also shows you that there is this flower in the forest that can be crushed, and its nectar can be fermented. And he has this it's kind of like pine flower moonshine kind of stuff
Pine flower
Um,
moonshine.
that he offers to you, and it's pretty
Ooh.
good. It's real strong, but he waters it down a little bit, and it's pretty good. Which of course when Craig is offered, he goes, I can't drink alcohol, right? I assume.
He goes, "Aw, I'm gonna double it and give it to the next person." And then,
What?
I did not know that was a dwarven tradition. And then he pours two servings into one cup, hands it to Tello, and goes, "Good luck, you're gonna be pissing yourself tonight." And then everybody sits down to the meal. Does the evening just pass with quiet eating and good company and restfulness? Does anyone have any particular conversations?
I don't know, Rob. Do we?
No. I think after, cause you have to remember, Ro is a pescatarian. So I think after seeing the deer, I mean, she talks to these animals. She's like Disney princess level. So I think she's like, but she's still like, yeah, hot himbo, deer, meh. But she has a pleasant conversation.
Do it.
So
do the roar. Do the conversation.
you guys are saying that the little lady had a bucket she pooped in? Why poop
Yeah.
in the bucket?
I think it was
Yeah.
magical, in my opinion.
Magical poop?
I don't think she said something about it not being her poop.
Oh no. That is gross.
I wonder how she cleans it out, or if she ever does, or how full she lets
think
it
it
get
magically-
before she
I
cleans
think
it
it's, I
out.
mean, you can magically clean a bucket. I don't think
No,
she wants
guys.
to, though.
We all say it's gross until you're changing a baby's diaper, which is basically just a poop bucket that's not your poop that you have to clean.
What's a diaper?
It's like
Yep.
a cloth thing that you put on a baby because babies can't control when they poop or pee yet. So you put it on the baby. That way they can poop or pee and it doesn't go anywhere. Sometimes you put it on an old person if they have the same problem.
Greta, do
When
you have
someone
that
else has-
problem?
No, I don't have that problem. You guys,
Greta, take a point of
No.
fire damage, dude. Greta, Tirard's listening to you, and you don't actually have to.
Tiad rolled
Tirard's listening
insight.
to you all, and he goes, no offense, but you guys are kind of gross. And then he picks up one of the uncooked, like, bones of the deer, cracks it with his mouth, and starts like
Oh, yeah.
ripping out marrow.
Delish.
Well, you guys gonna leave soon?
Yeah. Yeah, we're if it's all right with you, if we just rest tonight, we'll be out in the morning,
Sure.
like
No,
before
no, that's
dawn.
fine.
Okay.
You can
We
stay as long as
really,
you like. You're just not doing any of the hunting or talking about poop a lot, but could let me run.
We can talk about pee.
what?
Yeah,
Alondra has
I guess
weird
what?
Ro's a great singer. She could sing us a song.
What did Micah say?
Is your friend okay? He's rolling around on the floor
Yeah,
laughing.
Craig does this.
His face
every
is so
now and
red. He's getting leaves in his beard.
then.
Funny.
Zach, I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? He says something about us talking about poop too much, and I say, well, I can talk about pee, and then his pants just get a little.
Oh no.
Wait.
No, 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 no.
Wait. Michael, let me see if I get this right. Hold on. So you guys are talking with Tirard, and he's like, you guys talk about poop a lot. And then Craig's like, well, I could talk about pee. And when he casts Prestidigitate, he farts. So he's like, I could talk about pee. And then Tirard's pants
Oh.
feel wet. Is that correct? Okay. So Tirard's like, you guys talk about poop a lot. And then Craig's like, well, I could talk about pee. And then he makes really strong eye contact with Tirard. His magical symbol lights up, and he just goes. And Tirard, from where he's sitting across from Craig, goes, oh. And he just looks really like afraid and confused. And he just suddenly stands up and he goes, I have to go. I have to find the dear bear. And he just walks out of the room and up the ascent and just leaves confused and scared and confused why he just thinks he urinated himself. And he just leaves.
This poor man has had the fun guys come into his home.
Wait, guys. Before we kill anyone in combat, can we make them feel like they peed their pants and then kill them?
That is so mean.
Every combat when you guys are gonna kill somebody, Craig farts and
Use
they
the
feel like
whole
they
action to use prestidigitation.
Yeah,
then
Craig's
Ro
like,
whistles.
don't do it yet. I gotta wet their pants.
Craig farts and they feel like they peed themselves at the same time. Ro whistles and the back of their knees feel wet, and it's a ready to action every combat.
Can you imagine if Dolgoth felt like he peed his pants before he died, and like what face he would have made? Like that would have been so funny.
I don't think Zach would have been able to hold. I don't think Zach would have been able to hold down anything.
The sheer chaos of being a casting class, using your feet to take meta magic adept, just so you can get subtle spell, just so you can have prestidigitation, just so you can walk around the world, constantly making anyone and everyone feel like they've peed their pants or smelling farts without doing any components is wild. That would be incredible.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we're
We're
get back
doing
to
the
session.
Lord's
We're gonna
work here.
session. Session. But I have long thought that if I could have any superpower, I would have the power to make other people fart. Now hear me out.
What?
If you had different superpowers, they'd be helpful, but you would become trapped by the weight of responsibility and the confusion of how to possibly manage the different needs and expectations of the people around you. It's like winning the lottery, but 1,000 times worse. If your superpower is the ability to make other people fart, that's just funny and still kind of powerful. Hear me out. You walk into a college lecture hall with 150 people sitting and taking a class. You blink once and all 150 people fart simultaneously. Just the whole room.
So I have a
Tell
clarifying question.
Yes.
Can you control like the smelliness and the noise of the fart, or
Sure.
just that they
It's your
fart and like
power.
whatever
Sure.
they got up there comes out? Okay. Well, I'm just wondering, in like your universe, which one?
And so imagine the next
How
moment
long can
of
their
terror
fart be?
and confusion
How long
as
can it be?
150 people are first stalked by the noise and then trying to grapple with the reality of knowing that
Yeah, okay,
what is
but
possibly taking place for the first time in human history. 150 people have farted at the exact same moment. People, it would be a religious event. People would need therapy for it. A robbery.
There would be-
Make the guy with the gun start uncontrollably farting.
If you
That
didn't
robbery's gonna
tell
stop
people,
happening.
if you didn't tell people, and these people just thought it was something that happened, there would be like a cult started for like this
That would
group
be
of people that
crazy.
farted because it had to have been some kind of divine thing that happened.
Imagine Vladimir Putin's on TV
What?
as he has to be,
No.
and I'm on the other side of the world just looking at him going, yeah.
oh, so it
And
can
he's
be
just, like,
anyone,
talking to the
anywhere.
mic, just going.
So do you
Wow.
have to see the person, or can you see them like can I think of my mom without seeing my?
I would be omniflatulent.
Oh, omniflatulent.
Word.
Okay, I see. Wow. So you can
Word.
control
Wow.
everything about the fart. Wow.
Back
Like,
to the
can you
session.
imagine timing it? No, hear me out. Political leader in front of a mic turns around for 1 second. 1 second, and you just make a
When
fart into that mic.
when they're saluting the flag or whatever they do to the flag, they just like
Whenever
are
they do
farting
that.
so loud the whole time.
Did you fart
You only
too?
do it. You only do it when like you start gaslighting them, where they only fart when they stop speaking, and they don't know why, and they can't control it. But every time they stop, they fart. So they start getting nervous, and they feel the need to continually keep talking, and you're just slowly degrading their sanity while they're on the podium.
Or
Just
they start like
and that's why I think we
doing.
need reform. And we.
They start doing like loud. They start like stomping their foot every time they stop talking.
It's getting the crowd riled up.
I was somewhere the other day.
Oh no.
Dude, and he went like, when half an hour coming back from Colorado, we were in the airport, and we went to the bathroom. And there was a guy a couple stalls over. And he was like, and then a full half second later, he was clearly trying to cover up the noise, but he missed. A full half second later, it was like, and he was just, I heard him cry in disappointment from 2 stalls.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. Guys.
Okay, we have to go back to the session.
Wait, just real quick. One time I was in church, and I farted so loud, but thank the Lord, Luke is like the gassiest guy ever, and so everyone blamed it on him. and I was
Like
so
you're
relieved.
golden.
Everyone looked over at him and not me.
Micah, you are set for the rest of your life. Anytime you're out with anyone, they will always think it was him. You'll never be blamed.
Right? Like, I have no idea how, because it was so loud, it reverberated the chair.
That's so funny. Our old pastor was praying one time, and he got up there, the church I grew up at, and he got down the mic, and he went, "Dear Lord Jeebus." And he looked at us, and I lost our minds.
Lord Jeebus. Dear Lord Jeebus. Can that be the title of the session? Dear Lord Jeebus. I'm putting that in the note.
I'll make that the flavor text below the title. Okay. Hold on, I'm writing that down. So that's what happens when Landon goes to bed. Okay. Fun guys. Are we doing anything else before we leave the Wormwood?
No, we're just saying bye.
Did Landon do one of his druidic symbols?
Yes, he was Druid's almanacking all over the place.
Do we know where it is?
He doesn't tell you when he does it.
Like...
He goes off and does it.
Oh, so I can't. Can I do it? I want to see if I can read it with my glasses.
Give me an investigation check to try and find where he was doing little symbols. It's a pretty high DC. I'm gonna call this DC 20 because it's just somewhere in the woods nearby, and they're small symbols. This is tough. Man, been a while since we rolled a check.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Do you think I can read it with my glasses?
Whoa, her light went out. That was weird.
You could certainly try if you find it.
Well, I'm just.
Well, I can't offer my opinion. It becomes reality, so.
I was there.
Did the mic pick that up? No? Dang it.
No.
It's a 9 or 11.
An 11. You're out searching in the woods for like half an hour.
Well, I don't like go searching. I look around the trees. Like, I'm just curious to see if I can find any like around trees. Okay.
You don't.
Okay.
But you do see trees that Tirald has marked, that he has scored with claws. Hot dang, those are some big claws. It's a scary dude.
Glad he's on our
Your
side.
mind is harkened back to when he said that he can give other people lycanthropy if they so desire.
He gave it to the tree.
Dude, a were-tiger tree is a terrifying thought.
Take it to the tree.
Anywho, party goes to bed and it's the next day? Or do you have anything else to say to Tirald? Okay. So, you guys enjoy your dinner, another night, all hit points back, all spell slots. You guys have had a long rest. And the next day, where is the party headed, and what do they be do?
Okay, so we talked about going to Parsage. Should we call up Spagoober and ask if he wants us to get him, or should we just go ahead and go there and kind of get things set up before we bring him and Nom along?
Let's go ahead and get things set up.
Yeah, that way we can surprise Nom with having a kitchen for her.
That's true, and they're on their way there. But if it takes too long, I think they're like 2 weeks away from there. Is that right,
Yeah.
DM? So, I mean, if it gets, we'll check in with them in like a few days, I think. And if they're having a hard time of it, since they don't have a full crew, we could either, go and help, or we could just zap them here or
Get
to
another boat?
Parsage. I don't know if we want to get another boat. I don't know. I thought about like
we could sail it back.
we could sail it back, or like we could hire someone to teleport them there and they sail it back. Like, I don't know. We'll check in, but I think we go ahead and where. So, if my memory serves me, Rose says, there was some people that we talked to. DM, tell me, how was the house in ruins or anything? Our house that we had was
No, it was
chill, right?
Not in ruins. Just decades out of use. So
Okay, but it
in
didn't
disrepair.
get destroyed in the fight.
No, the
No,
fight
it
was
was
happening
far
in the center
away.
of town.
That's
you
right.
guys had to get over there. That was the whole ordeal. Your house was very outside of the conflict, but you did hire people to
Yes,
to be working on it specifically.
I know who.
Ooh, let's go.
Show off, note taker. Pop off.
I was gonna say we had Ruth the carpenter. Cassandra worked as a stoneworker. Will was the gardener for the mayor, and Jacima was gonna be like the maid or the keeper of the house. And we had talked to Jordine, who was a chef, but I don't know if we want to hire him back on if we're gonna have Nom there.
Well, we don't
But-
want Nom to make all of our
Is
food. but
Mom like great chef or something?
Nom is a baker. In her old
Yeah.
life, she worked as a baker, but I think she got like
Okay.
kicked out because of prejudice. Like, I think she
I think so, yeah.
yeah. Like,
I
people were like,
just-
you can't do that because you're a,
I just don't think we need, and I didn't mean like, okay, Nom will become our chef. I just mean like, I don't know if we need like a chef there every day cooking for our meals.
yeah.
Like,
That's an expense that, yeah.
but I think we go there, see if we're welcome after how we left.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and start buying
Let's
up
do it.
supplies, I guess.
Let's go.
So I guess I'll teleport us there?
Wait,
Unless we say we tree there by Bazz, but I don't know if we should just not use his spell slot.
I mean, Bazz is functionally an NPC right now, so
Yeah.
and party members aren't gone unless you're using like a resource of theirs. Just using them for spells and little things like that is typically part of policy.
Yeah. So, I
Um,
mean, there was that tree outside of our house.
yeah.
Yeah.
So is
I
that
like
what the party's
tree.
doing?
Yeah.
That sounds good to me. Do we need to say goodbye?
Bye. Sorry I made you pee your pants.
That was you? How did
Bro, why would you
pee
do
my
that?
pants?
I did not
I'm
do that.
sorry. I
You
mean, I'm
pissed
sorry
my
that
pants?
you peed. No, I said you didn't hear me right. I'm sorry that you peed your pants.
I do not like Alondra's friends. They are weird. Goodbye,
You like-
phone guys. You do not have to come back.
I elbow Ro. I walk away and like as I'm going, I give her like an elbow and I'm like, oh.
Ro does a little like like she does like a little like bardic bow flurry with like prestidigitation and like sparkles, and then she blows a kiss to him just to play into what Greta and Craig have been wanting this whole time.
Ro really is a crowd pleaser.
Ro, give me either a performance or a persuasion check. Up to you.
Okay. Oh. I'm gonna go with performance. Is because I have higher. That is going to be. I think it may be my highest roll ever.
You're joking. You're joking.
That is going to be a 34.
You're joking.
And I may have
Was that
rolled
a
higher
nat 20?
before. No, it was
Was
a
that a
19.
nat 20?
It was a 19, but I have a plus 15
Whoa.
performance.
4?
That is a 34. Is this man in love with me now? Is that what happened?
I do not like Alonda's friend, but that one.
That might be the
We don't
highest
have
roll of
to
this
be friends.
campaign.
That's
Ro,
crazy.
describe to me what it looks like. I want you to get specific. Tell me what this 34 looks like. Tell me how you bow and blow a kiss and all that, and you just melt this guy's heart. Tell me what does it look like?
I think Ro was like sad that he said he didn't like Alondra's friends, and so she pulled out the stops and she, like think the suavest, like, you know, like when you see like in a movie someone does like a tango and they pull a rose out of their pocket, like you don't know where it came from. It was kind of like that with the prestidigitation, and there were like rose petals that like flew up when she did it, and sparkles like surrounded him, and when she blew the kiss, like you literally like almost saw like a cartoon, you know, when the kiss like lands on his cheek.
His mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And as you like do the bow, it's like all very cordial, but you pause for just a moment and make some really direct eye contact for a moment, and then finish the bow. And as you come back up, Tirard's just standing there fully slack-jawed, and he goes, wow. Typically, I only really like very large liking women, but you are amazing.
Amazing.
How did I miss this the whole time that you were around? Little lady, I do not like your friends so much, but you let me know if you want to go on a date sometime. I will rip the heads off of 20 there for you. I will bring you a still beating heart if you want it.
Comes out of it not realizing quite what she's done. And she's like,
I'm sorry. I'm not so good at the poetry like you are. I'll be more clear. You are really hard.
Ro just holds out her hand and she goes, Enchanté. She holds out her hand.
Oh, no.
He reaches his huge hand, takes her. He grabs it. He reaches down, and with his tiger tongue, he does like a little blam, like a cat, like a little like a little on the hand. Yeah, you know what the cats do. And he comes, and when he kneels down, he has to kneel so far that he's getting like past perpendicular. And then when he stands back up, he just towers over you, and he goes, "I will not forget you, purple-haired lady. You come back. Oh, we could go on that day.
I'll call you." And he
looks around the woods and he goes, "Wow." He doesn't know what a sending zone is.
Yeah. I'll see you around. Yeah. And she winks at him, and she like goes into the tree that I assume Bazz has like opened.
Bazz is over there like a couple of feet away, just ripping up a tree apart with golden fire. You guys are running through, and he goes, "Wow!" And then the whole party, all you all run through the tree, and it collapses behind you all. Amazing, man. That was
Beautiful.
That was so funny.
Thank you for that. I needed that.
Yeah.
No, this isn't the. Hold on. Let's go with this. I don't know. 700 miles north, 900, almost 1,000 miles away. The front of a thick and squat oak tree rips itself apart magically, the bark twisting and writhing to open up a golden gateway, which is the right height for all of you except for Tello and Bazz. You guys, they can get through, but they have to like duck through and stand up as they trot out. And as all of you step out to the other side, the tree reforms behind you, and behind you all is the thick, squat trunk with the wide-spreading, heavy roots and the immense, broad, very ovular canopy of the Telethian oak. It's very, I described it a while back, but the Telethian oaks they're like very large, very short trees. They have very thick trunks that only go up to like 3 or 4 feet. Very good for climbing. Massive branches that spread out really, like it's an incredible tree to climb in, you know, which you all took advantage of the last time you were here. And so the top of the canopy goes up to like almost like 30, 35 feet. But the main center of the trunk ends like 3 or 4 feet up. The rest is just huge canopy. And the actual canopy branches start pretty low to the ground.
Wow.
And as you all step out of the tree, you look up and you can see the sky through it. It's completely exposed. There are no leaves left on the tree. And instead, it's circuitous, dendritic-like branches that reach up and make a complex network, all caked in a heavy white that's laced and tracing their dark bark. And you all look around at a place you have not been in almost a year. A little less, about 10 months. No, less still, like 9. CB Call has absolutely started. Winter is in full swing. The open plains all around you, which stretch in softly rolling hills for miles all around the town, are blanketed in a soft, still white. The 4 or 5 inches of recently fallen snow, uninterrupted along the great stretches of low hills, like a great ocean of frozen waves, with little interrupting their perfect relaxation. The sky is filled with heavy blankets of pale gray clouds, with frequent gaps of frigid topaz blue splitting them apart, shocks of color, exposing a sky above which could be mistaken for spring were it not for the biting cold all around you. Parsage rests less than 1,000 feet away from where you all stand. From your freestanding prairie house, peaceful and quiet in the lull of winter. As you all stand from where you can see toward the town, so you remember, your house is like a fair distance away from town, about 1,000 feet, and then the main road snakes toward, and you start getting like a couple houses that are standing on their own, that have their own agricultural plots behind. One was the Sparrow's house. Another was the old elderly fellow whom you befriended and whose stocks you helped. From where you all can see, Douglas' damage to the town months before is unclear. The 100 or so humble buildings of Parsage standing much as they had the last time you all were here. In the near distance, a smattering of warmly clad townsfolk move amicably about the muddy streets, the melted snow churned into cold water under their thin, continuously trodden paths. So where the dirt road was snow, it's been like stepped in and mulched up, and it's like this very dirty mud that's like patched with like brownish white. Thin columns of cool gray smoke snake upward and melt up into the greater ash of the heavily laden clouds above. Carbon stories of the residents warmly huddled around small hearths and stoves. Altogether, Parsage carries on as a rural community in the hibernating season of neither preparation nor harvest, subsisting slowly from saved resources and tending to the growth between one another within their well-cared homes. And the town looks, though transformed from the season in which you were here, early spring, much as you left it.
I want to go.
And you're all right next to your house, of course.
Is there anyone around?
I mean, like more than 1,000 feet away, you all can see the edge of town, a smattering of buildings, and then hundreds of feet beyond that, you can see people, warmly clad, huddled up, walking back and forth between buildings.
Okay, but like the people that we hired, they're not. We can't see anyone.
No one's here, not right now. You all can see your home a handful of feet away, and just as a reminder, I dug out my old notes and I have the diagrams for you guys. So just as a reminder, that's an overhead layout of your house, right? Okay. So you guys there's the big oak tree and there's the front porch, right? This is like the central living room. And then here is like the kind of half kitchen on the side facing the property behind the home. Over here, you all had an empty room, the largest in the home other than the living room, which connected to a bedroom right here that had a window in the front leading out. And there also a window right here in front of the living space. And then opposite over here, there was a very large pantry and storage space. And you all remember that it was under this stove that you all found the trap door that led to the tunnel beneath the home. And that here's the back door that leads out to the like 4 or 5 acre plot that's fenced in by the like collapsed fence all behind the home. And then there is the diagram of beneath the home. So it's been a while since we've looked at it. There's your home. There's the tunnel that leads down. There's a fairly sizable underground chamber, larger than the whole house. Not very big, but very long and thin, where the roots grow around. And then at some point, they collapse into a cave tunnel that comes to one small chamber, another large stone cave chamber, and then when we go all the way down, that really massive chamber down beneath with those pillared structures, and that really thin pool of water with the pale fish that swam around in it. The eel-like things.
And I have in my notes that the house set directly east to west, so the sunset was in the front of the home and the sunrise was in the back of the home.
That is correct.
Oh, yay!
Which is cool.
Now, the area all around your home looks very different than when you bought it. The very green fields that rolled and rolled all around it are just blanketed in white. And the roof is covered heavily in snow. The home looks cold and still, but otherwise very different. There are striking differences in the visible proximity. The work performed by those you're hired is clear, especially your mason and your carpenter. It has been completed from where you can see on the outside of the edifice, and excellently so. The outer facade of the home has not changed dramatically. The old home's wood is still weathered, a tired charcoal color against the superficial imperfections like splintered window frames or loose wooden shingles remain as they have before. However, all meaningful gaps or damage to the outside of the home have been filled and repaired. Multiple fractured panes of glass have been replaced with new, and the tilted front door frame has been entirely replaced with a newer, exactly fitting facsimile. In fact, the new door in the frame has been painted a warmer brown color. And even on the outside, you all can see that there's a couple of loose shingles, but the roof is in better shape and the ridge at the top has been replaced. In fact, the chimney at the top, where the wood burning stove that sits in there resides, is the stonework has been redone. And it's not showy, but it's very high quality. Someone has also come and made a stone row edge garden in front of your home. And you can't see anything growing in it. It's all filled with snow right now. But you get the feeling that your gardener has created a garden and planted quite a few plants, even though you can't see them.
How much did we pay them before we left? Some money? We left them money, right?
I
don't remember.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember. I can go back and listen to the episode.
I have
want
how
to say you did.
much. Yeah, I have how much we each like how much they were going to cost. But also it says 50 gold, like for the carpenter, 50 gold for 8 months. And we've been gone since Bial Kaneth, which is what, 6.5 months?
Yes, but remember we've been kind of stretching out how long the months were so that the campaign makes a little more sense because I made the plot go too fast.
True.
So you've been gone 6 months. We're treating it like you've been gone almost a year because it makes a whole lot more sense.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it doesn't make sense for all of these events to have transpired in like 7 months. We're treating it like you guys have been together almost 2 years.
Okay.
But your dwarven blacksmith Cassandra Newman, Jorgut Esco, no, you did not go with him. Oh, you also know that you employed
we went with
Dawn Sparrow to handle the fields behind your home.
Oh yeah, and we went with Cassandra as the stoneworker, right?
You did. Yeah, anyway, sorry.
Okay.
Your gardener was Mr. Jimmy Timms. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, I do not see
I thought
a note
it was
about how much you
Will.
pay people.
Will
No,
was
it is Will.
a gardener for the mayor. Okay, yeah.
You did not wind up going with Sarah Newbury. Wow, this is old stuff. Dang.
I also have that the tree was named Eleanor. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Oz spoke to the tree, and her name was Ellen. She loved
that's
the
right.
child who used to play there.
Yeah, which the child who lived there's name was Joanna Keening.
Lashla
No,
Anir.
Savannah
Awesome.
was the little girl. Okay. So I say I don't know where Abby went. Oh, there's Abby.
Oh, you summoned her.
Should we check out the house? I mean, I feel like we should go look at the house and then maybe find. Maybe we need. I don't remember if we paid them or not, but we should give them some money either way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, DM, or Ro, is it? DM, what time is it? Is it morning or evening? It's morning. I remember. It's morning.
It's like late morning, yeah.
Okay, it's late morning. So people, I mean, it's kind of within working hours. They might be in the house. I mean, they look like they've done a great job. But you know, it's also yeah. Let's go look, and maybe they'll be there. And if not, we can go find them.
Yeah, go up to the door and like knock and then.
Yes. Yeah, I know.
Hello.
And as you do, there's no response from inside. The house is very still and quiet, slumbering in the
Funny,
cold.
we're knocking on our own door.
Well, we don't know who could be in it.
Our door.
If I were a door.
Mike, it's our door.
Oh my goodness. You know a thought I just had?
What?
I mean, you left him there because you didn't think you could get him out of the door. But imagine if you went back to the Bewildering Keep and got the talking door out of the wall and then brought him back to the house and put him in one of the door frames. I don't even know how you do that.
That would be so
crazy.
cool.
That might be really, yeah.
Also, we need to call him sometime because we promised him every week and we have not.
Oh, I assume you guys do. I just assume that you've kept your word.
Was it every week or every day?
I don't know. I didn't make that deal.
I was like,
You all open the door and go in.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, as Micah falls asleep live, again, Micah, whenever the sleepies get you, you can go. There's no rush. But if you want to fall asleep to the sound, you can too. Within the home, the entire interior has been swept and all exposed imperfections smoothly sanded. The living space has been outfitted with a long, low bench below the westernmost window, and new shutters on smoothly turning hinges have been fixed to all the home's outer facing, well, the windows as well. A 3-shelved bookcase has been fully crafted from a worn chestnut and erected near the wall nearest the kitchen. Shelves and cabinets have been refinished and sanded down to a lighter color in the kitchen space. not a lot of shelves and cabinets, very few, but the ones there have been redone. A wide circular dining table has been made
Wow.
and stands on 4 pillared legs with 6 chairs pulled snugly around it. Minute circular grooves have been relieved into the floorboards, shallow enough to be hardly visible, but with enough depth to better hold each chair in place when they are pulled up to the table. So like there's little grooves so that when you pull the chairs up, they kind of like sit there a little bit. The home has been altogether finished with little artistry, but every mark of functional quality to and above the requests you all made. It lacks many basic amenities as you all look through it and belongings: utensils, plates, cups, bowls, rugs, blankets, bedding, pillows, tools. But a smattering of useful heirlooms remain. A grass stem broom leans by the back door, an iron poker by the hearth, a wooden pail and decrepit rags are found in a cupboard.
Poop bucket.
You all also find that in the bedroom, an entire bed frame has been made, a twid bed frame. There's only the one, but it is there. There has also been brought in a fairly simple dresser has also been brought in here, as well as a trunk before the foot of the bed. So the woodwork in here has been done to the nines, and like additional furniture you all did not request has been made and constructed. You guys get the feeling you might owe your carpenter a little bit of money. They went pretty far beyond the request. And then when you go into the pantry space, additional shelving has been crafted and set into the wall. And yeah, that's the space. Do you all go out to your backyard as well?
Yeah.
Before I do, I want to check and see if when we left, did we close the trap door to the underground?
You did.
Okay. I want to grab. Well, I want to like jiggle it a little bit just to see if it's been disturbed recently.
Give me an investigation check. Go slap
I
Mike.
know, I'm so
Sleep.
low.
Sorry,
Oh.
guys.
Good night, Michael.
That's okay.
Good night.
Have a good one,
Good
Michael.
night.
Bye. That is
Go jiggle that
a
pickle, dude.
13.
13. That you can notice, it looks very undisturbed. It is beneath that stove, and that stove is real heavy. So you need Craig's help to get it moved and actually get access to that trapdoor again, because it's very heavy. Like, you and Tello and Bazz could all move it, or you could just have Craig do it. But it's dense. But you don't see any disturbed like dust or anything. I mean, it looks like untouched.
Okay. I said to Ro, Ro, next time we go down there, we should use the stone that you.
The site of past paths.
Yeah.
Oh. To see if anybody that's been working on the house has been down there?
Yeah, or just can't we see in the past who's been down there? Or is it
I
only
think
people
you
that
have
we
to
know?
think of a specific person, if I
I
remember
see.
correctly. But
Okay.
but that would be interesting. Maybe
Yeah.
we could try to think of some people around town and do it.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking? It's such a big property, and obviously not right now, like as the first initial things, but eventually if she liked it here, like obviously she doesn't have to stay here if she doesn't want to, but if Nom decided she liked Parsage and like wanted to stay here, we have enough land. We could eventually like build her own little home and bakery or something.
Yeah.
Somewhere on the property.
Yeah.
Like
If she
obviously
likes-
not right now, but if she wanted to stay, we could make sure she has her own like space and her own like little shop. People might want a
Yeah.
bakery here. I don't know.
Or we could see if there's space in town, and she could have a little home on our property, maybe
True.
we could buy like I don't know.
Just
I don't know.
a
what's
little
available.
storefront or something, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Anyway.
Kim, does the kitchen have an oven?
It has
Yeah,
a stove.
that's what's sitting on top of the thing, right?
It's a stove.
A wood-burning stove. That's it.
Okay.
No oven.
Well, I turn around and I say, I mean, I don't know if Nom would want to stay with us, but I would love to try and do something. We would have to find an oven, but
I mean, we're not gonna be here a lot, so I mean, her and Spagoober would have the run of the house anyway here
that's true.
until we're like back home, you know. So, I mean, it would basically be her and Spagoober's home while we're out. So,
Yeah.
and we
could
can
build
talk to
a
her about
nest
it
up
when
in
we
or not
bring
a nest,
her.
but we could put a hammock up in the tree.
True. That'd be cool. Or even a hammock inside.
Yeah.
Because of the weather.
Both. Why not both?
But we can talk
Those
to her
are
about all that.
Like the cat railings that people put on walls.
Oh my gosh,
like,
yes. I want to go out back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you open the door out back, oh my goodness. Gorgeous. I mean, it's the landscape you were looking at, but the way that your yard just opens onto miles of open field until the horizon. Unowned, untilled, untamed, just open grassland. And you all look at the 2 or 3 acres. It's like 2.5 acres of yard that goes out. The fallen fence in between the posts, a third of the fence has been redone. So someone has been working steadily, and that like 2 acres of fence, a third of it is done.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And it's painted and everything. It looks like work has slowed down here for the cold months, but looks like the house is basically done. And now, I'm sorry, one more time. Who was your carpenter? Cassandra was the mason, or Cassandra was the carpenter.
Carpenter is Ruth.
Ruth. It looks like Ruth. That's right. She was the human woman who was very like all business. She looks like she has set herself about this task too, which she was not asked to do.
Wow.
But looks like she's either very motivated or a little obsessive.
Good.
I put by her, I said Craig/Dwight energy.
Dwight energy?
Dwight, as in like Dwight
funny.
from The Office.
Okay.
That's very funny.
Should we go into? Oh, go ahead.
Does it look like, is there evidence of the ground being tilled?
Give me either or nature or a survival check. Abby, you just sitting there eating just pepperonis?
I love
You
that.
should nature or survival?
Whichever one.
The vegan company that makes my favorite vegan pepperonis went out of business, and now I'm very sad.
It's pronounced vegan.
It's a 19. Also, pepperonis are like they don't sell them like this put on pizza. They sell them like this to snack on.
Whatever you gotta tell yourself.
Snack.
So,
Hey, back me up
actually,
in the
no.
chat, listeners.
Hold on. Abby is right. The butter in my fridge is the same way. The way they keep it in the container, it's not to be spread on stuff. It's just to get in there with a spoon and just munch on that stuff. Abby's totally right.
What? How many how many? That's crazy. Have you seen how many pepperoni they have at the grocery store?
You have eaten a lot of that bag, to be sure. So,
It's my snack.
It's our snack.
Ro, as you get down and watch, the grass has not been altered too much. The ground has not been like worked to the point of planting a crop. However, you can see that the soils have been maintained. They've been leveled a little bit in the yard space, not beyond. And while you can see, as you dig beneath the snow a little bit, a lot of the wild grasses are still growing. A garden area has been dug out at either side of that rear-facing wall. And it is not plants filled. This area has been tilled. And it looks like there are fallow crops here that would be growing. It's like you have a small eating garden, a small vegetable garden that's been planted behind your home.
Cool. Very cool. I say we go into town and try to find the lovely people that have been working on our house and pay them accordingly. And then maybe talk to some people around town about buying some supplies to get it ready for Spagoober and Nom to actually be able to like live here.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you think that people will? Do you think that people will be mad?
yeah, I don't know. I mean, they obviously weren't too mad. They were still working on the house.
That's true. That's a good sign.
I mean, if they were really mad at
We're
us,
discovering all the poop beneath the bed.
I mean, they could have like burned down the house and been like, "Fun guy free zone," you know, put up a sign. I guess we just have to find out.
Yeah. And I mean, they'll know who we are as soon as we.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay.
We're not so much a sneaky group. Maybe they won't recognize us.
They're gonna recognize us. And Ro takes out her parsage necklace and like make sure it's like the one sitting in front, and all the rest are tucked in now.
You and your 7 necklaces. Okay, so the other group members, tired, decide to put down some roots, start unpacking, making it into a bit more of a home space. And there's this moment before Greta and Ro walk out of the door where you stop and you look back, and Tello is unpacking his bag and putting it into the dresser nearest the empty bed frame. No mattress right now, but it is a bed frame. Very strong, broad looking. And Bazz is walking outside quietly looking at the garden. And Craig is like putting down his armor somewhere in the trunk. He's like setting it up in the trunk by the bed. And all of a sudden, you all have like a home. And there is a very painful and sad moment because you have a home. And it's one you're having to leave behind. As you think of the poor Bet that has been home. A home of desperation, of necessity, of proximity. A cramped, uncomfortable, awkward, warm, intimate, private place that was so your own. And your minds flood back to just 1,000 little memories. Watching the waves over the railing, growing the plants out of the deck, laughing at 1 a.m. on a watch as Spagoober helms, and you all recount some childhood story and he listens rapaciously. Humming along to familiar tunes as the Akals taught you a Telethian tune that they could not hum properly for the life of them. Nom eventually begrudgingly playing some Beggar's Hope and taking all your coins. Just 1,000 little memories, and even things all your own. Ro, practicing new songs, all alone at night, quietly beneath the stars. Greta, just quiet prayer after renewing a relationship with the divine and rediscovering who you are in like 100 mornings of quiet prayer. And as you all think about all of these memories from a place that you're having to leave behind, not because it was time to move on, but because loss has made it hollow. There is, as you all face that very sad moment and look around at a home that Bilfrey and Ploff will never live in, you also find yourselves thinking about how you're leaving the poor Bet behind because you've outgrown it. And how this place is a place for people on solid feet. People putting down roots, even if transiently. And there's just all of that washes over you all for a moment before you walk out of the house. You close the door behind you and you begin treading your way toward town. The ground is dry and solid. Also, you own a home. And I just want to point that out for a second because no one here ever has.
Yeah.
Craig has. Craig has owned a home.
Oh, yeah.
Bazz has lived in his parents' home. Tello has lived in his parents' home. But Tello was working transiently. Bazz lived at home. He's never had his own. Ro was an orphan until she was a world traveler. Gretta lived nomadically. Craig had been kicked out of his. This is very literally, other than Craig, the first home anyone in this group has owned. And for Gretta and Ro, the first home you have ever lived in, even if you're just arriving here for the first time.
I think that not to disagree, but to disagree, I think that Gretta, like, I think probably for Gretta, home is like a completely different idea. Like, her idea of home is like, when she thinks of home, she thinks of like an entire ecology, an entire landscape, an entire like plain, or she thinks of like people, and she thinks of like, she probably thinks of home as like a type of freedom. Like, she probably associates like home with wandering, you know? Like, home to her is like knowing that she'll wake up with the same people every day, in the same way that you know you'll wake up at the place, and like having like well-worn grooves, and like being so intimately familiar with like, you know, a dozen objects that she carries on her back. But like, she probably like associates home with this idea of like, when I'm home, it means I can like, I'm like, there's like the security of being in a group, like committed and like making decisions as a group, but also like the freedom to move and the freedom to roam. So she's probably, and she had that with the poor Bet. So I would imagine she's probably feeling like a little, like, to her, the poor Bet felt, you know, she was in close proximity, they were moving all the time, like that felt totally natural, except for, you know, the lack of landscape. But like, probably the only time she's like really stayed in one place is when she was with the hag. So I imagine she's probably feeling like these people to her are home. And I think she probably sees that, like, maybe she feels a little bit of like, oh well, like, what am I gonna do in this one place? But I think as she's aging and getting more tired, and also I think she recognizes that, like, no, this time, yeah, I'm gonna be in one place, and yeah, like, maybe that's a little trapping, but like, this is like a really pleasing, like, truly beautiful place to stay. So I think she's probably like very like timidly and tepidly like dipping a toe into the idea of like staying in one place and becoming like deeply acquainted with one building, the same way she's deeply acquainted with travel. But it's probably a little sore because
I think for Ro, she had created a magical home for them to be in. And I think this being like a physical place is probably something that deep down she's always kind of wanted, because she felt like she needed to want it, like she was supposed to want it. And I think she's excited and nervous about it. I think she knows that it's not like we're going to be here a lot. I think she has a lot of like hopes and plans of like making it easier to access it, like maybe like a teleportation circle in the, you know, basement, stuff like that. But I think one thing I wanted to note is, ever since Bilfrey and Ploth, she has not passed the mansion. Because she can change it with her mind every time she brings it out, but she has been too sad or scared too, because she doesn't want to erase them and erase their room but she also doesn't want to face it.
Yeah.
And so having this place that's a home that she doesn't have to think about really, and it's just a fresh place that can be like new right now and start creating new memories in, even though she didn't have, she hadn't been doing the mansion that long. It's nice, I think, for her to just see a fresh spot. Because she's,
As you stand there in this physically manifested reality, Ro, thinking quietly, you're struck by how you dreamed once as a little girl of living in a home and belonging with people. And you had dreamed also of traveling the world on exciting adventures. And those were two different dreams, and now you're doing both. And life is far worse than you had ever feared, and much better than you had ever dreamed. And you were also similarly struck that as you stand in this place without two of your family members, you all are making your home here in their land. That home is where they're from. And that as you think about it, less than 100 miles from here, they are buried. And you could return and visit those graves on foot, just walking if you so chose. These thoughts are all about you all as you walk out of the home and toward town. Moving toward town. We'll go with this one. You all cross the heavily trodden streets and you move back into the small and simple structure of Parsage. Moving closer in, you all find a very unexpected surprise. Parsage appears to be fully recovered from Dolgoth's attack, save for a handful of various repairs stalled for the winter. As is revealed to you with your eyes, it turns out that the Wandering Death only set fire to about 8 buildings. And the fires were set upon quickly enough that no structures were fully lost. No building burned down. It's also relievingly true, you all witness, that no innocent lives were lost in the attack. After a little bit of conversation with people, you find out that thanks to his very swift defeat, though 4 citizens did suffer some burns, and the town has been trying to recover from the terror and the trauma, no one died, which is pretty incredible. That the Wandering Death went somewhere, and the only person who died was him.
Wow.
Defying his legend. Also, you're inspecting all this. You pick this up from some chatter. This is also among getting absolutely mobbed. You get recognized about 20 people in, and the town is slumbering and small. You also notice the town looks a bit smaller, which is worth saying. It was already small. The buildings are the same. It looks like there's a slightly smaller population of people. Something you put together pretty quickly was that after the attack, a town with a population of a little over 200 lost 20 or 30 pretty quickly because people were like, well, this is hot, we're leaving. So the small town has gotten a little smaller, but it is not long before you all are surrounded by a throng of people. As you all try to figure out whether or not you were going to be loathed or lauded, the uncomfortable fame you had when you were here the first time has been subsumed by a reverence. You all are more than local. You are local heroes in the truest sense. You all find one of the buildings that has been remade has been named after you all.
Oh wow.
You find that a statue is currently being built and erected in the center of town in your honor. There are quotes. So basically, it's this large stone circular pillar statue that where that broken fountain in the middle of town was that didn't work. It has been removed, and a circular stone statue base has been placed there. And currently, there are great efforts to be made to come up with life-size castings of each of you all and putting them there, facing different directions. And there are metal placards. Now, they're under work, so none of them are done yet. But there are castings of each of you. And there are metal placards with quotes from you there at the base. The really great part is not everyone has good quotes from all of you. So, like, Ro has a quote from when she was, like, playing the music and growing the crops. And it's something along the lines of, like, together we can make things grow or something. And then Gretta has another thing from Wisdom she dispensed. They didn't have anything for Craig. So his placard says, "I really like your town." Because he said that at one point or something. But they were just like, we have a quote from Craig. So you all find that the fun guys have really been elevated. And so as you walk around the town, you just get mobbed. Honestly, pretty good that half the party got left at the house. You get asked about 200 times, which is impressive because it's now a town of less than 200. Whether or not you'll be staying again. Also, people flood you. You hear 40 or 50 times the same thing you already knew, which is that Kefka is largely withdrawn. However, you do learn some new interesting information. Kefka is almost entirely withdrawn from Telethanom altogether. There are, at last someone heard, still a substantial swath of forces in the capital, and then some at the northernmost port, but otherwise, Telethanom is empty of Kefkans, and has been for about 4 months. About 2 or 3 months, 4 or 5 months after you left, they pulled out. Now you guys have been hearing about this bizarre retraction all over the Earth and Bloom for some time, but this town has not seen a Kefkan soldier in months. The mayor also happily informs you they haven't paid taxes in 3 months. The Empire has not come to collect taxes.
Go.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So the town is doing a little better in that regard, now that they're not paying that through. They have also found that as travel routes have been reorganized away from empirical hubs, that this road is getting used a little bit more, so the town's a little up on their trade. And you all discover that the general sentiment around the town is, that's all fun, guys. Not everyone in the town thinks so, but the majority of citizens here are pretty convinced that you all defeated Dolgoth. That's true. You all drove away the Empire. Well, okay. You all pushed the Empire out of Telethanom. Nope, not even a little bit. And the Empire doesn't collect taxes because they're too afraid of coming here and pissing you off again. So you all find that there's a spectrum now here of people in the town. Some people are at, yeah, the fun guys are cool and we like them. Some are at, like, they're kind of a big deal. That's all the way on one end. At the other end, we have good rain. The fun guys must be coming back again soon. I mean, you guys have been elevated to an almost dangerous place with some of these people. And some of these people are like, there's a lot of hubbub about them. And most people are in the middle with like, oh my goodness, they're heroes and we can't believe they were here. So I'm just going to save you guys from the hours of roleplay. Hours of trying to communicate to the town, like, yes, we're back. We're going to live in that home, but please give it some space. All sorts of stuff. You are gifted 4 or 5 coats. Some mittens, some socks, some boots, and do you haphazardly or offhandedly mention at any point that you intend on buying some things to furnish your home?
I think so, yeah. And I also
sorry.
I was just gonna say I also ask where Ruth or Cassandra or any of the people that have been working on our house are, that we can go and talk to them and thank them and work out some more, stuff with them.
I probably specifically mention an oven and bread making supply.
Okay.
Not like on purpose, but
There are some people who react normally, but the near foam that gathers at the mouth of some people and their desire to sell you goods is frightening. Again, it's a little too much. It is fun, and there's also a party that's like, can't wait to be here for a couple months until this calms down a little bit. But you all are able to find everything you need to furnish your home, other than even that. You are able to furnish about everything you need in your home. We'll come back to the oven for 25 gold. Whoever wants to pay that out.
I'll pay it.
So I'm talking like you guys have rugs, you have blankets, you have utensils, you have dishes.
That's what I was going to ask about too, yeah.
Cleaning supplies, you have pillows, you have a mattress, you have coverings. And before that sounds like, whoa, wait, what? Remember, it doesn't come up a lot. A gold is a lot of money, you know? I mean, adventurers are filthy rich, so they forget, because you're always trying to buy lightsabers and jets and crap. But the 25 gold, or a gold, is essentially $300. So
I pay it. I took it out of mine, Abby.
Okay.
So over the next couple days, we'll say that waiting here in preparation takes you guys to the 5th. Over the next 3 days, you all gather goods and furnish your home. Now, Greta, do you go looking for the people under your employ? As you all consider the possibility of your chef, you find that he is one of the individuals who left town after the Dolgoth attack. He was like, I'm good. I'm not sticking around.
That sounds right. I remember that guy.
You also find that your gardener, Willie, was one of the people burned in one of the fires. And that he is okay, but he has been recovering for quite some time. And he very much intends on having the honor of being your gardener and the mayor's. But he's not really quite, like, he was kind of getting back on his feet before winter hit, and then winter hit, and he was like, okay. So that means that in the meantime, your garden has been tended by Dorn. Mr. Sparrow has been tending both the garden in front and behind your home.
Wow.
2 questions. Do we get to, like, speak to Willie, or are we just told this?
You are told, because he is currently in a different town visiting a family member.
Okay.
And we're going to get to that in a moment, because I have another fun little twist here in a moment.
Okay.
You are, however, able to meet with Cassandra and Ruth, the squat dwarven blacksmith and stonesmithy, who's just really the most capable person in town with her hands for the most part. Meets with you gladly, Greta, and agrees to construct a stone oven for you. Now, she advises you that your house is all wood and not particularly equipped to handle it, but she offers to make an outdoor oven, right?
Okay. Yeah. I talked
like
to
one
her.
of those massive freestanding pizza ovens or something, the wood burning.
Yeah. I asked her specifically, like, if she's familiar with, like, stones, like ovens for, like, if this would be a good oven for making bread. I tell her, like, I want to be able to make bread and pastries, and that is my goal.
Yeah. So before next time, I'm going to go back and listen to the Parsage episodes and learn how these people's voices and personalities were again, because I kind of forgot. But she agrees, and she says that is the sort of thing she could do. She says that in about a month.
Can I say, like, I meet with her, and then, like, we, like, split, and I, like, call Nom, or call Spragoober, and I'm like, hey, Spragoober, is there any way that you could convince Nom?
Convince Nom what? You cut out,
Nom
I think.
to talk to me
Oh.
on the stone.
So you get in contact with Spragoober, and he says, you stone call, and he goes, oh, hi, Greta. Well, actually, you know what? Hold on, let's do this. Roll a D100 for me.
Oh.
Don't like that.
Oh, you know what? I could just send to.
That's true.
99.
Really? 99?
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, if you didn't get your level or lower, then we won't worry about it. He's not pooping. But you call him, and as you make the connection, he goes, "Oh, hi, Greta. It's so good to hear from you again. How are you guys been?"
Hey, we're doing great. We're in Parsage. But
That's so fun.
we are. We're getting it ready for you guys when you get here.
Did you,
I just wanted-
I don't mean to press. Did you find anybody who might be able to sail this ship? It's really hard to do with 2 people.
You know what? We're working on that.
Okay,
Do
no
you want-
pressure.
You want us to just like teleport someone in?
I mean, I don't mean to ask you to use your super paracausal powers
No,
for
no,
your
yeah.
convenience, but
No,
yeah.
no. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. We'll ask maybe someone in town or see if there's.
But I
any
don't mean to
sailors.
complain. I'm so glad that you're
No,
doing
no.
good.
You should complain, Shpagoober.
Well, I don't know about that.
Is Nom awake?
No, she's taking a big old sleepy.
Okay.
But she's doing pretty good overall. We're just very tired. We're having to take long shifts. But we found a good straight path, and we're 6 days in, so only a little bit over a week left, and we will be parked on the shore of Telethenaum.
Okay. Yeah. We'll see if we can't. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say like if you're like relaying this or whatever, Ro would be like,
speaker.
we really need to make one of those speaker sending stones,
That would be
guys.
sick.
We
We'll just
really
assume
do.
you guys are relaying information back and forth.
Ro says that she will definitely teleport them from whatever port they sail into, but would it be helpful if like a few of us went and helped sail, or like should we talk to Tello? Would he want to help them sail in, or while like you and I are getting the place ready, or just throwing out ideas?
How about? Yeah, I mean, Tello and I could go, or having 4 people would be, how many people we had before. So that might be good.
Do we know of anyone in the town? I mean, we've been talking to these people in the town for like 4 days. Could I do like a check to see if anyone like talked to us about that they were like have been have been at sea before or anything?
Give me a rumors check.
Okay.
Ooh.
Because maybe I could
You also
teleport
get the
them to
feeling
help.
there are a handful of people in this town who would clean your boots with their face if you asked.
I know, but I don't
there's
want
probably
to
all
take
sorts of people who
advantage
hop in
of
on the
that.
task.
Well,
sure.
we have to choose someone who is of sound.
Yeah.
Like not like someone who's level-headed and not a super fan.
What'd you get, Jackie?
I got a nat 1.
You are in the process of finding out the information before you realize that Craig has tracked you some distance into town, is following slightly behind, and makes you keep feeling like your pants are wet. And as you're trying to talk to people and gather information, you keep feeling like you're pissing your pants. And so he's just really making it hard to focus.
Cool.
I go and I talk to Dorn.
Sparrow.
Dorn.
Oh, sorry, Ruth. You also find I talked about Cassandra. Oh, and some key details for Cassandra. She says that she can build you this oven. It's going to take about a month, and it'll cost you about 10 gold. Pretty expensive.
I say sold, and I give her.
Sold.
I talk to her for a long time, way too long, about like the details of bread making. I'm like, will it be able to do this? Will it be able to do this? Will it be able to do this?
She's very
and
patient
and
communicates that she knows how to make an oven.
Well, yeah, I want to say it's a little annoying, but also like Greta's trying. Yeah, she's just asking a lot of questions and being very specific, and she gives her the 10 gold, which I will not take out of me.
Could you do me a big old favor and write down that you have her making an oven over the next month, starting from the 5th, and that it cost you 10 gold?
Okay.
And so you are also able to meet up with Ruth. I remember what Ruth was like.
Do I
Are you pleased with your home?
Very. You've done an over the top job.
Yes, I have.
Do we what do we owe you at this point in time?
Absolutely. I have gone over estimate in cost. I've gone far beyond the work you requested, and it's of excellent quality. Yes. I would say a fair price is another 30 gold.
Yeah.
If you want to make it 35, I'll finish the bench before spring.
Oh.
Or the fence.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, 35 gold is...
To also finish the fence. Everything she's done and finishing the fence.
I'm out of gold. I only have platinum. I'm converting to platinum.
That's platinum and 3.5 platinum.
Okay, I give her... I give her 4 platinum and say, here. Thank you
she looks
for...
down at her hands. This is more than the request.
I know, but you're worth it, and you've dealt with a lot from us, so keep it.
That's accurate. She puts it in her pouch, and she goes,
I love her.
It will be done.
You're the best.
She just walks away. Completely unflattered by the fact that the fun guys are back. Everybody else is
I love that.
And
it's refreshing. It's refreshing to us.
And the tall ginger woman is off. So you find Mr. Sparrow. We will take some time for him. I've been rushing through everything because I thought this is a moment you might want to actually have. So on the 5th, at some point in the day, you all are back from town with groceries, and the home is starting to look like a home. I'd really like you to take some liberties in your head, like imagining what it looks like. You know, you've put down a rug. There are some towels and cups and bowls and utensils in the kitchen. A mattress has been put on the bed. Not a mattress like we know, like a stuffed hay mattress with cloth, some basic pillows. I don't know who's actually sleeping on the bed and who's not, but you guys are seasoned travelers.
I feel like we're probably prepping, or like I feel like Ro's not sleeping on it. She's so used to sleeping in like her field. Mm-hmm. So I feel like, at least in Ro's mind, she's like anyone can take turns in it, but that's gonna be like Spagoober's bed when he's here.
Oh.
And also, I want to say, you were saying picture it. I want to make sure that with that like 25 gold that we spent, or if we need to spend more or whatever, I want to have been able to put up like some nice like blankets or tarp and stuff, like so that there is like a hammock area in a corner of a room, like
that can be
for Nom to have.
And
for Nom to have a sleeping
you've
space.
You've hung a hammock from the ceiling.
Yeah.
In the bedroom.
And I think Ro would have like, not like outrageously, but I think she would have like kind of druid crafted and plant growthed some like little flower arrangements in each room, and like maybe some like little vines on the walls, just to like kind of make it feel
the only thing's able to grow right now in the winter. Also, just a heads up, you are in Telethanom in the winter.
That's true. Yeah.
It's about, and you're druidy. If you refresh those plants every so often with a little cantrip, they'll stay alive even in the winter. But just as a heads up, the days here are in the low 30s and the nights are in the teens. Not a ton of howling wind, but very cold. It gets down near 0 sometimes, and it snows pretty regularly. These are cold winters.
Cool.
Gretta.
So on that day,
Gretta, she sees that Ro made a hammock for Nom, and she climbs up the tree as high as she can possibly go. And Gretta's small, and she's like pretty light.
Yeah, I like that.
But she climbs up as high as she can possibly go, and then like balance herself on her tippy toes, because she knows that however high she can go, Nom can go higher.
Much higher.
So she like climbs up, balances herself on her tippy toes, and like does her best to like tie a hammock up there for Nom.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Oh yeah. Yahoo! Ooh. That is a natural 20 for a 22.
Go.
Greta, you get really freaking high up into the tree to the point that you make Tello nervous. And he keeps telling you to be careful. He's standing under. He climbs a ways up and stays underneath you, ready to catch you if you fall. But you're just crazy little weird lady. You're good up there, and
My bones are light.
far too agile for your age. You're just climbing nimbly around. Also, Greta, a little point. You are getting old, and holy crap, have you put an old body through far more than it is supposed to physically endure. You should be dead. Magic alone is keeping you alive.
Yeah.
But you have found, ever since the Wellspring in Zedge, you're your age.
Ooh.
But you feel a good 30 or 40 years younger in terms of
Oh,
gnome
wow.
years, right? Like,
Yeah.
again, you are your age and you look it, but like your skin's a little more taut and you're a little strong, a little fat. You feel like a much younger woman ever since the Wellspring.
She didn't realize it right away, but she was like a little bit, just a tiny bit less cranky in the morning. And eventually, like, someone, like, probably pointed it out to her, and she was like, yeah, maybe my joints hurt less when I wake up. Like, maybe it hurts just a tiny bit less to stand up in the morning.
Well, and it's a funny thing because so much of the debilitating pain and difficulty you should be feeling at this age is gone, and you feel magically young and spry, and has been replaced instead with the pain of, like, injuries. That you've accrued. You know, like, your joints don't hurt so much when you wake up, but like every once in a while, if you turn too fast, like your pectoral leading up to your shoulder aches deeply from where some creature almost ripped it apart, and the magic has healed it and it functions really well, but you have these deep pains that now you've picked up from, like, being one of the most capable adventurers in the world. It's a strange trade.
Yeah.
Anywho, it's on this 5th day that walking down the trail toward your home. You meant to visit him at some point, but you'd just been too busy. Is a very large, simply featured human man who's warmly dressed, and he's carrying a very large metal pot with a wooden lid that has steam leaking out from the sides. And you recognize Dorn Sparrow walking toward your home in heavy boots through the snow. It has snowed again, and now there's like 6 inches of snow outside, which is honestly helping a lot. Does the town come to visit too often? Yes. Did you have to set in a rule not to come to your house unless invited on the 2nd day? Did you have to shutter the windows so that people from across town are not trying to look in at the people who live here? Yep, it's a little too much. However, and do you have to, like, plan the hours you're going into town to get them not to swarm you? Yes. But honestly, just how cold and how deep the snow is kind of help. Because, like, they kind of have to stay away from you a little bit. And on this 3rd day, Dorn Sparrow is walking toward your home. And his son, his elder child, does not appear to be with him. You imagine he's probably tending some chores at the home. But bouncing alongside him, practically falling through the snow again and again, is his daughter, the now 5-year-old Lilia. And they are... I believe that was her name. Somebody check their notes and tell me if I'm wrong. But they are walking toward you. And Greta, it's as you're in the tree putting up the hammock that you notice them coming this way.
I finished quickly the knot that I was doing, and I like scramble down really fast, and I like zoom.
Okay, Greta, slow down. Oh my goodness, you're so old. You shouldn't be doing this. And he comes down. So it comes down to the branches after you.
And I like jump down from the tree, and
the snow's deep, and remember, 6 inches to everybody else, practically a 1.5 feet to you.
Yeah, I like
Tello picks you up and puts you on the path that's been dug out.
Yeah, and I stand and I wave. Yeah.
From ways off, the man who's not old, he's like middle-aged, but life has worn him out a bit more than his age, just smiles warmly at you from a distance. And Lilia from some ways away gets... Jackie, let me know if I'm wrong with her name, but I feel like it's right. Just gets this really big grin on her face and gives you a huge smiling wave and turns. You can hear from even some distance away. Just like talking to her dad and shouting. He's just nodding quietly and listening. And eventually the two come trudging their way up toward your path. Your property is just gorgeous right now, blanketed in snow all around. and there's like snow stacked up on the roof. You know the way it gets like all smooth and round and huge on the roof, and like snow banks all around in some of the shallow areas. Your home is also surrounded with like 20 or 30 half of a snowman's, where Craig has made 20 or 30 snowmen and then cut them down with star splinter. So there's just like the bottom half, very Calvin and Hobbes, like the bottom half of a snowman, and then like chopped apart, and then another snowman, and then like ha-cha, you know, and those are all right, all around the property. So as you are walking, Lilia, who is now fully your height, comes bounding up to you, because you're a little old gnome lady, and she's a growing 5-year-old with a tall dad.
I have here, so I have Dorn, and then I wrote it in cursive, and so it's hard for me to read because I wrote it really fast in cursive. So I have, it's Darren is the son, right?
The son, yep.
Yeah, Daren, I think I wrote, but Darn. I wrote Darn.
Darn?
No, Dorn is the dad.
Dorn is the father, but his name sounds like a
cannot be Dorn and Darn.
Darn.
I got Darn. I got Dag Nabbit.
Is it Darren or Davrin?
Davrin sounds right.
I think it's Davrin. I think it's Davrin. It's hard for me to read. But then I spelled her name Liley, which I think maybe I was just trying to, I think I was in a rush and it was Lilia. Yeah.
Cool.
I think I just didn't write it. I wrote it wrong. But I think it's
so
Lilia.
From some distance away. Thank you. That was very helpful, Jackie. At some point, you hear Dorn go, Miss Smallstar, it's very good to. Hello. Okay, so I don't know if you know this, but I've gotten taller, and he can't get out a sentence before she bounds up to you, and she just runs all the way up into your face, puts both hands on your shoulders, doesn't hug you, initiates some sort of physical affection, doesn't feel close enough for it, pulls away her mittened hands, puts her hands behind her back, and just starts rocking back on her forth, leaning in, getting too close to your face each time. And she goes, so I don't know if you can tell, but I've gotten taller, and I think that I'm big enough to make a snow old man on my own now. But you know, Devin doesn't say I'm big enough though. And so, how are you? You've got gold in your face. Are you less old? And Dorn takes a huffing breath, and some he's grown his beard out a lot thicker and heavier now. He didn't have one hardly at all the last time you saw him, and now it's got this huge beard, and frost gathers on his beard as he huffs out, and he goes, Lil, remember, we do not assault people with our questions right when we see them. Yeah? And she goes, sorry, Papa. Okay, I'll go slower now. So, did you put the flag up in the tree? And also, where'd all these snowmen come from, and who's so bad at making them? And also, have you noticed that I'm taller than you now? And also, do you like my mittens? And what?
Tall. You are so tall.
I know.
You really are almost. I stand up and I turn sideways, and I say, let's
as you stand up,
let's see who's taller.
You're clearly an inch taller than her, and you watch her mouth scrunch up a little bit, and she stands and she goes, well, I'm just still working on my posture.
Oh, okay. Well, show me your tall posture. And Greta slouches, but
she stands up.
There's no difference in height. So she is an old lady. So when she slouches, it looks like she's she just looks normal. You couldn't tell. So she slouches and she's like, okay, let's get back to back.
And Lilia goes, right there, I'm taller. Okay, so I think the local cleric says that I might be taller than Pa, and I think I will be. I think I'll be bigger and stronger. Also, I think I'm going to be able to do a backflip someday. And she's just not stopping. And Dorn just goes, welcome back, Miss Smallstar.
I hold my hand out to Dorn.
Okay, huge hand, little hand. He shakes it, kind of resting the pot on his chest a little bit, then regains it, and he goes, we made you some soup. Would you want to...
Come on in.
Excellent. From the town not far away, people are poking their heads and being like, oh, somebody's getting into the fungi house. And he kicks his boots off on the steps, and as he walks up the steps and heads into your home with the stew, or with the soup, that is where we will end episode 159, and we will pick up with the conversation with the sparrows next time.
Nice. Now I want some soup.
I know. I just want that ramen again. That was life changing.
It is. It really is.
You guys.
You're close
if it was
to
less
it.
expensive, I'd be having. Yeah, but it's too much money.
No, I know. I feel you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna take my hot wife on a date there. But
yeah.
Good point. You guys gain 0.03 levels.
Sick.
Fwick. And we will pick up with there next time. The one thing I will say is something that we did not get into a ton today that would not be a terrible idea to come with next time. And we'll talk some more off recording about this. You all are nearing the largest holiday in Yalabun, the internationally celebrated Days of Last Light. I've been producing some details for you all.
And Rose's birthday.
Yes, I think we should go to we probably should. Damn it! I want to go to Home Cove for that. Home Cove is such a fun. Probably shouldn't go there.
I've been producing some details that you all can be preparing for, but be thinking. And so I will give you all some context before next session. But be thinking, how might we want to turn our little home Days of Last Lightish, and are there any particular little moments we might want to have with that? But
I love that.
Also, let me know whether or not you want to fight a hag next time.
Yeah.
Because I need to know whether or not I should be prepared for that. I have been preparing for that, but y'all let me know. Okay. Listeners, that's it for this one. Just a fun little cozy core. You know,
it's like
I've
a
only got
cozy
2 settings
fantasy
as DM.
novel.
Welcome to Cozy Core for the fall. We're going cozy mode, full cozy time all the time, and we love to be cozy here in the fall at D&D. And barely.
So I have only 2 modes around here. It's either Sweet Little Home or kill the most important NPCs. Apparently, that's the only 2 modes I have. So don't know what's wrong with me. But don't worry, I'm not gonna do that again. So.
That's so funny because the last time we were in Parsage, it was literally like, oh, look at this beautiful place. Die!
Ro had 15 hit points. When I was looking back at that, Ro had a max of 15 hit points last time we were here.
Yeah, no wonder Gretta went down. No wonder.
Well, remember I was cursed.
Yeah, and you were squishy too.
I was squishy already, and then my hit points were down to 15. So
that's wild.
I have in my notes. Sorry, not to go off track, but for the listener, I have in my notes that we need to hire a sailor man to teleport to Spagoober at the beginning of next episode.
Probably a couple.
Yeah.
Yes, it is wild to stop and think about how much the modern fungi would eat the old fungi alive. The power difference is insane. But we will pick up with that next time with more Parsage Cozy Core. But then, oops, never mind. Maybe horror battle. You guys let me know. I mean, just let me know what you're feeling with Miski. But life's an incredible adventure, listener. You are an important part of it. Skippity wop. Dada.